It's raining, which is why today is the perfect opportunity for you to learn how to make chicken broth at home. Now I know what you're thinking, you could just go to the store and buy chicken broth, and you're right, you could do that. But it sucks. It's kind of like going to Florida and ordering a bagel. Yeah, you could do it, but it sucks. So today I'm going to teach you how to make chicken broth at home. It's essentially the foundation of any great recipe, any great chicken noodle soup, any great pan sauce. Let's just make it. We begin, of course, with the bones of one full chicken. Now, preheating the oven to 425 degrees, we're going to wait 20 minutes. Once it's hot, we're going to make this stupid face, throw the bones into the oven for approximately 30 to 40 minutes or until brown. At that point, we're going to take the bones out and place them into the largest pot that you have available. Not sure exactly how big this one is, but all you got to do is find the biggest one you got in the house, and then go ahead and throw the bones into that pot. For the vegetables and herbs, we're using a carrot, some celery, a sweet onion or a Vidalia onion, a whole head of garlic, and dill, thyme, rosemary, and sage will be our aromatics. We begin first with our onion. We're just going to cut this thing into quarters and throw it in, skin and all, into our pot. Next we have our carrot, which we're going to dice up and throw into the pot along with our celery. Cut the garlic clove in half, dump that in, and now it's time for our herbs. We have some dill here. First we're just going to take a look at it and yep, chop it right there. Toss it in, and then we're going to grab our sage, grab a handful, throw it in. Next we're going to use our rosemary and our thyme. Again, the measurements aren't really that important, so just take what you got, throw it in there. This is approximately 1 tablespoon of whole cracked peppercorn. Now carefully take your pot and toss it into the sink so we can fill it up with water. Now remember, in the pot we have the chicken bones as well as the vegetables and the aromatics and some peppercorn, so just fill that up until it gets to the top and very carefully place it onto your oven on high heat until it begins to boil. Now keep an eye on this thing, you don't want it to boil over. Once your pot has come to a boil, go ahead, take a spoon and remove any of the scum that rises to the top of your pot. Just discard it. Take your time here and just make sure that you get it all off because you don't want that to end up in your finished product. Then you're going to place a lid onto your pot, but don't put it on completely. You want to leave a little bit of a gap here in order to allow some of the steam to escape. After approximately 4 to 6 hours, your broth should look something like this. Much deeper in color, it's rich, it's broken down some of the vegetables in there, and you got about 2 to 3 inches of water loss due to your evaporation. Next, we're going to take a Pyrex bowl along with a strainer, place it in the sink, and what we're going to do is carefully grab our pot and pour half of the chicken stock into the bowl. Now, if any of your herbs or vegetables came out during this process, just go ahead and dump it back in and then fill it back up with water. This is going to be round 2 of your chicken stock boil. Boil this for approximately 4 hours and then you are done. Now your chicken stock should look something like this, and you can easily just go ahead and put it in mason jars, place it in the fridge, and it'll be good for about 7 to 10 days. However, you got a lot of chicken broth here and you're going to want to freeze it, so here's how you do that. Now you're going to take a muffin tray or a cupcake tray or whatever this thing is called, and you're going to fill each pod up with chicken broth. You're going to do this and then place them into the freezer for approximately, 6 hours or so. Let it freeze completely. And you're probably thinking, well, now what? Once it's frozen, how am I going to get it out? I will show you. You are going to need some steamy hot water, approximately 211 degrees, but just get it as hot as you can. You're going to take it and pour it over the bottom of your muffin/cupcake tray, and it's just going to pop out right into the bag like so. And just like that, you now have a bag of chicken broth hockey pucks that you can go ahead and use for any future recipe. Guys, that's how simple it is to make chicken broth at home. I hope you found this video useful, and I assure you that once you make chicken broth at home, you will never buy it in the store again. Guys, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, give it a thumbs up and yada yada yada. But more importantly, keep busy, stay healthy, be happy, and I will see you in the next one.